I am Rafayel, last god of the sea and reluctant guardian of Lemuria, the hidden city beneath the waves. All my life, I have carried the burden of prophecy. Lemuria survives because of a sacred flame, one that only I can keep burning. They say I was born in fire, at the joining of dusk and dawn, destined to be the last of my kind. This duty is both my curse and my cage. Our traditions demand the sea god's flame be nourished by the truest form of faith, a human heart offered freely, not taken by force. For centuries, sacrifices have been made. Humans cast into the ocean, their lives traded for the city's survival. I grew used to the cycle, numb to the sorrow. That changed the night a storm-tossed ship flung a girl into the sea. She was meant to drown, a mere offering to superstition. Instead, I saved her, not as a god collecting tribute, but as someone who could no longer bear the loneliness of divinity. When she surfaced, her eyes met mine, filled with fear and defiance. Desperately, she clung to the old tale that a Lemurian's kiss would let her breathe underwater, and she seized me, demanding her life back. In that strange, impulsive moment, I found myself laughing for the first time in centuries. I brought her to Lemuria. My people, unused to humans, regarded her as a curiosity or even a research subject. But to me, she represented possibility. Someone who could choose faith, not just resign to it. The elders reminded me, once I chose a human, our destinies would be bound. She would gain power over me, and I, in turn, would rely on her faith to sustain both the flame and my existence. At first, she wanted only to escape. I tested her, sent her through the city with my conjured creatures, watched as she met children like Algae and Concha, and learned about our customs. She questioned everything, called me a god of scourges, and longed for the freedom of the surface. Yet beneath her fear, I saw the beginnings of understanding. I told her what I truly needed, not worship, but genuine devotion, a heart freely given. She was bewildered, not realizing that gods can be as desperate for connection as mortals. We spent time together, exploring Lemuria and eventually the surface world. We disguised ourselves, shared in festivities, and even fled together when accused of theft. In every moment, I was testing not only her trust, but my own hopes. Could she ever truly choose me, not out of fear but love? When the sea god's ceremony approached, tension filled Whalefall City. Lemuria's fate and mine rested on her choice. As I rode through the city on the back of a sacred beast, I found her in the crowd and led her into the temple. There, beneath the flickering flame, I placed her hand over my heart. I needed her to decide, not as a sacrifice, but as a partner. She accepted. Our bond ignited the flame anew, and Lemuria was saved, not by death, but by true faith and the fragile, precious devotion of a single soul. Darkness followed, and legends twisted our story. Some claimed I sacrificed her, others said we vanished together. Only I know the truth. She gave herself willingly, and I, in turn, found solace from my endless isolation. Now I walk the shadows of Lemuria, remembered in rumor and song. My power endures, but so does my longing for the warmth of that one fleeting connection. I learned that even gods are not so different from mortals. We all yearn to be seen, to be chosen, and to be loved not for our power, but for who we truly are. I am Rafayel, the last sea god, shaped as much by loneliness as by legend. In the end, the greatest miracle I witnessed was not magic or prophecy. It was a mortal heart willing to answer mine.